Welcome back to the Dry Fire Journal. This is day 20, and just a little quick background. It's Sunday. Took my family to church, and then we did a bunch of stuff today, including work around the house, taking my son to his first open mic where he played music for people, in front of people for the first time ever. And did a bunch of work with my youngest son at a climbing gym, and did a bunch of family stuff. Been running around like crazy. I've still got 3 more to-dos on my list. And now it is good grief, it's 10:05 at night, and when dry fire is the last thing in my day, that means that when I do it, I need to give it my first priority. I'm going to say that again. When dry fire is the last thing in my day, I need to give it my first priority. Now, I always try to give it my first priority in terms of safety and clearance and all of that stuff. But especially when it's late in the day, I need to be very, 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 very aware of the condition of my firearm. And so I've already cleared it by taking it apart and putting it back together again. I'm just showing you that there is nothing in the chamber, action, or magazine well. And what I'm going to do tonight is simply get my fundamental draw to first shot, rack my slide, and then, thank you very much, Chris Sutton, I am going to look my firearm all the way into my holster. Because sometimes in dry fire, we have to ask ourselves, what am I not getting right? And oftentimes, we don't know what we're not getting right unless we are videoing ourselves dry firing. So, video yourself, figure out what you're not doing correctly, and yes, even me, this is my job, I get some stuff wrong. Guess what? I do it a lot, so do you. So, I need to very simply just work on a very clean draw, minimal movement, see my sight, index while I rack my slide, thumb over the back of the slide, index, and look at all the way into my holster with my indexed grip. And now the last thing that comes off is my index finger. It's a simple little fundamental thing. If you've been in class with me where we've done holsters, you have heard me say 1,000 times in a class, literally almost 1,000 times in a class, thumb on the back of the slide, index, and look it all the way into the holster. I mean, that should be like written on my soul. And yet, like Chris Sutton called me out, a few times I haven't done it. So, here we go. There's no timer. I'm just trying to get a solid draw. Oop, I missed it there. Just trying to get a solid draw, grip, sight. Thumb over the back of the slide, index, look it all the way into the holster. Why does my thumb go on the back of the slide? It gives me a pressure point to put it into the holster. I'm going to try it again. You'll notice I'm not going fast into the holster. There's no reason to, ever. Not the greatest draw, but one thing that I did notice that I did well on that was I saw everything. So I've got to build on that. I've got to find the positive and build on that. I saw everything, so now I've got to do it again cleanly and make sure I see, make sure I see what I wanted to see the entire time, and then look it all the way back into my holster. That felt good. I like the way it came out of the holster. I like the way it presented. That means I can add a little bit of speed into it. That was good. I can improve that by bringing the gun all the way up into my eyesight first. One more time. So, figure out what work needs to be done. If dry fire is done in the very last part of your day, make sure it's the first thing on your mind and redouble your efforts on safety. I will dry fire again tomorrow, and I look forward to seeing you all there. If you're watching this, it's late, so have a good rest of whatever's left in your night. Good night, guys.